from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Now it's Wilson. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. He'll take it at the 42. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series. And at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
And a storied career that has spanned 14 seasons and nearly 60,000 yards through the air. We're seeing a brand new chapter for Matt Ryan this year. With Atlanta in a rebuild, Ryan was dealt to Indianapolis, who is their 6th Week 1 quarterback in 6 seasons. One of the most decorated quarterbacks still active. This move will keep Ryan on a contender as he chases his first career Super Bowl title.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 30 yards. And the Colts post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, Chiefs, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time, now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. From the 29, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Here's Wilson. Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They try the left side here with Williams. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And a nice return, so pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 67 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
On 2nd down, Williams. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. He's got Hamler on the out route. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. and get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. First and 10, Taylor now. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, second and 11. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 14 yards. And the Colts have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, three-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it is 28-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
His throw incomplete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. He's got room at the 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the...
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he returns this to the 22. And the football back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense, the shutout, Adam, I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive.